We are holding in the middle of Ois Hay on page Kufnun, and the topic is the two words Iskafia and Isapre. So I want to talk about that a little bit and how it applies specifically in a broad way. We've got Iskafia and Isapre, that's one thing. We have the the Indian of tshuva. In tshuva, you've got tshuva tata and tshuva ilah, and these two are related. These two topics. Also, with the Indian of tshuva, you've got zdoinos nasale kishgogos and zdoinos la nasale kizochias. That averas can become like inadvertent averas, or averas can become like mitzvahs. So these topics are related together. So this is the names Iskafia and Isapre. Iskafia means the bending, the molding, the breaking of that which is klippa, which is now context is the Nevesh Abamis. And in this mimer, the Rebbe began to explain that in the beginning of a day, a person wakes up and the body is not fully in tune yet with serving Hashem. So you've got to mold it to get it on board. That's the first step. And then later you're able to bring out the love for Hashem. So not only it's okay, but it becomes a partner as well. And so you can have sometimes people are having a conflict. You have an enemy, either a person to person or nations. So you can have overwhelming the one who's against. So you have, let's say, two people arguing, having a discussion, and one says to the other, you know what, I don't have any argument that I can counter you. I'm forced to agree to you, but I really don't want to. I'm not on your side, but I can't fight you. That's the first stage of Iskafia. The Nevesh Abamis says, and the Guf says, okay, I'm tagging along. And then there's a further stage where the enemy would say, you know what, I agree with you. It makes so much sense. I'm on your team. And so you turn the enemy into a friend. That's the deeper level of the Nevesh Abamis being able to get closer to Hashem. We have it in davening, b'chol u'vavacha, with both the Nevesh Elikis and the Nevesh Abamis. David HaMelech started off, and one stage of his avodah was libi chol b'kirbi. There's no Nevesh Abamis that's in the way. It's not stopping. But then there's a further level where he's able to turn it around completely. It becomes also like the Nevesh Abamis becomes like a Yetzer Tov. So you have these two similar themes in Tshuva. Tshuva Tata, the lower level of Tshuva, is what a Yid can be working with all year or even in El. And so you say you examine what you did in the past and you realize it's not right. It's not what Hashem wanted, and so I'm going to change and become better. A regret on the past, accepting the future to become different. That Tshuva Tata. But then there's another level, Tshuva Ilah. Tshuva Ilah comes from a tremendously deep Ava that the person realizes, where in the world am I? I've been so lost in the world of Klippa and so dragged down, I've got to get out of here. Like somebody running out of jail from death to life. And so why does he feel that way? Because he's lived in a world of non-Torah mitzvahs, a world just of gashmis, a world of pursuing physical pleasures. There comes a point when he says, all this is just not worth it. It's so temporary, valueless. I need to run away somewhere else. And so it's because of his involvement in the lowliness of the Klippa, because of that spurs him on to want to get closer to Hashem. So it comes out to be an unusual thing. Usually the way you get close to Hashem is by doing a mitzvah, learning Torah and doing mitzvahs. Here, there's an inner energy of a thirst to get closer to Hashem because he did the Aveira. So now how do you look at that Aveira? It says, Zdoinos nasal. The Aveira becomes a mitzvah. And it not only is it not held against them, it's turned around. If you would take a peek into the heavenly books as they write down, everything's recorded of what a person's done. So on the first level, he did an Aveira, he did Tshuva. So it's still marked an Aveira, but it's not held against him. Here, It's totally, the books are rewritten, so to speak. This that he did, the Avera, now becomes a mitzvah. There's no remnant whatsoever that it was something he did against Hashem, because it turned around this act into a way of getting closer to Hashem. That's the deeper level. So you have now, that's in a person's Aveda. You have in the world, you have where there's worldliness from physical things that we use to the nations of the world, to the animals of the world. So there's that level which is they're not going to stop a yid from serving Hashem. You have a level where they actually can be used out to serve Hashem, and then you've got a level, the ultimate level, where they're able to be helpful in serving Hashem. So it starts off with Iskafia, the level of Iskafia, which we're linking to Yetzias Mitzrayim. You had to run away from the Mitzrayim. It was a negative force. We had to run away. We had to say, no, Hashem's here. We're not giving in to you. We're in a different plane. Then you have, ultimately, when Mashiach comes, everything of the world will be screaming out, how can I help you serve Hashem? That the nations of the world will be attracted to helping serve Hashem. It's like the Medrash says that the nations of the world will bring a present to Mashiach. What are they going to bring to Mashiach? They're going to say, hey, you know what? In our village, that we found a Yid. And he didn't know he was a Yid, or we knew he was a Yid, or he sort of knew. Here he is. Here's a present for you. That's going to be of value to the nations of the world. They're going to be helpful in all aspects to help the Yid and get closer to serving Hashem. The animals will have the benefit out of the lions and the wild animals, like we do now, out of domesticated animals like an ox that you can use to plow, and the same out of the wild animals. So the whole world will change. This is from Yetzias Mitzrayim, breaking the boundaries of the worldliness to Hashem's presence. Through, when Mashiach comes, the whole world will be permeated with the ability to want to serve Hashem. So this is the two inyanim of Iskafia and Isapcha. We're saying that Mitzrayim was the level of Iskafia. The times of Mashiach will be Isapcha. And every year, every day, you've got that same dynamic. Iskafia is the beginning of the Aveda, and then through davening, when the Nefesh Elikis can permeate the Nefesh Abamis, you can have the Nefesh Abamis being part of your life, part of wanting to serve Hashem also. So it takes on a different focus. So let's learn inside. Hopefully we'll finish Ois Hey today. So we're holding the middle of Ois Hey around the note 41, right in the middle. So we said that first of all you have Libi Chol Bekirbi, V'chakech U'Megia Levatis Hashem Alikecha B'Chol Vav Shnei Yitzarecha, and then he'll come to serving Hashem B'Shnei Yitzarecha Shegama Yitzahara Guf and Nebech L'Toiv. Then the Nefesh Bamis and the Yitzahara will turn itself into good. Bedugmas Teshuvish Lema Tshuva Miyava, that complete Tshuva, where Tshuva Miyava Shizdoin is Nasim Kizochis, where the Averis become mitzvahs. Achin Nasim Lezochius Mamish, they come Kizochis, Nasim Kizochis, and then Zochius Mamish, complete mitzvahs. The Shnei Yonim Eilu Shebachol Yoim, these two in Yonim every day, Skafi Visapcha, Hein Bedugmas Agula Yetzias Mitzrayim, Agula Dasida. They similar to Yetzias Mitzrayim and the Gul of Mashiach. The Yetzias Mitzrayim Ki Barcha, the nation fled. Why? Because the bad was so great, they had to run away. That's Iskafia. Couldn't turn it around. But Losid Love, that Rosh Tevis, Losid Love, Yeves Rucha Tuma Avim in the arts. All the klippa will disappear. Rucha Tum means the klippa. Dogmas will be Chol Bekirbi. The same way as the first level of Ishapcha, that there's no the B'chol Bekirbi. It won't be negative. But then it'll be time, not only it won't be negative, of Yisayir Mizu, Shigama Raguf Yahapech L'Toiv, then the Ra itself will be turned into good, but Gugmas B'chol L'Vav Shnei Yitzarecha, like you have the Nefesh Habamis also becomes a friend that helps Nefesh Elikis. Commercial Kosov, it says in the Novi, in Sefanya, Azahap Echel Am Sofa Bru Likrit Skul B'Shem Hashem La'avdish Chem Echad, that the Novi says that then when Mashiach comes, I'll turn around all the nations. They'll have one language. All of them will refer to Hashem as one group. There won't be groups in different aspects, different ways, different religions. Everyone will recognize the truth of Hashem. Shegam ha'amim guf yahapich of this Yisbarach. That also the nations of the world will be turned around to serve Hashem. And the strange ones, meaning the non-Jewish people of the world, the nations of the world, they will become your shepherds. They'll help the Yidden. There's a Gam Balichaim. Also, you're going to have the same effect with the animals. I'll destroy the wild animals, the bad animals from the land. Says the Gemara, not the Gemara, says the Medrash, that I'm going to stop them so that they shouldn't mashbir so they shouldn't damage. They shouldn't be mazikim. Even though they're still going to have the actual animals, lions, tigers, leopards, snakes, all the wild animals. However, they're not going to damage. Why? They're going to actually help Yidden also. Commissioner Kosov Vigar Ze'ev Im Keves that the wolf will dwell with the lamb, and the lion will be like the cow. Will have a benefit from the wolf like we do from the sheep. And will have from a lion like the cows or the oxen. Even the Nachash, which refers to the first arch evil of Klippa. The Nachash that was in Gan Eden that started the whole problem with Eitzadas, Ched Eitzadas, and all the other levels, is going to become Yeshamash Gadol, is going to be turned out to be, as the Gemara says, a great helper. The Lord Rakshigama Nachash Yeshamash Levedis Hashem. Not only is the Nachash going to help any union of Klippa, anything which is not openly Kedusha, like in the Shoma and Mitzvahs and Torah, is going to help to serve Hashem even more. El Yisayrim Izu Sheshim Shaloi Yi Ba'ofen the Gadlus Shamash Gadol. It's going to turn around to be an extremely helpful aspect in serving Hashem.